in 1980, that's when Zapp and Roger was introduced as a recording entity. And 1980, the first record was an up-tempo dance record, and the second record was a dance record, and the third record was a dance record. And now my career is it's moved on, and I think that if as someone in 1980, if they bought a record, they were 18 years old, and now they're older. They've experienced relationships, and I feel like it was important for me to grow with my fans and create more love songs, like with Shirley Murdoch. And it's just it's a kind of thing that I'm experimenting with right now with doing more ballads. But this is the end of the ballads. The next slew of records that I do will be up-tempo and dance records. Well, I come up with the ideas for cover songs. I consider three things. Number one, I consider how popular the song was when it was first recorded, how many records it sold, how it did on the Billboard charts and national charts. And the second thing I consider is how much time has been since the record was a hit. And then the third thing I consider is I select a cover song. Usually I think about the artist that made the song record, or made the record first, such as Heard It Through the Grapevine was done by Gladys Knight and the Pips, which I adored. Marvin Gaye, who I thought was great, and Cleveland's Clearwater Revival. And with Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, that was James Brown, who I simply idolized. And this time around, it was Smokey Robinson, who I think is a great poet. And it's my way of expressing what I feel for great entertainers. And that's the third thing that I consider. And it usually winds up being a good choice, those three things. Mm-hmm. I think the Ohio Players, they were very famous. And when the Ohio Players, when they became famous and had great success, they didn't move to New York City or Hollywood. They stayed right in Dayton. Mm-hmm. And when they were famous, groups like myself, Heat Wave, Slave, and all of the other groups in the Dayton area, we were small kids, and we saw the Ohio Players walking around with their jewelry and their cars, and it gave us an inspiration to want to be like them. Mm-hmm. And it also showed us that people in Dayton could be famous, and which is another reason why I never left Dayton, because I figured that there's some young people in Dayton, young entertainers. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can be an inspiration to them. Well, as a small child, he used to ask me a lot of questions about the business, and he would always beg to go with me on the shows, and it impresses me that he wants to follow in my footsteps. And all I can really say is that it's a dream come true. I never thought that that my son would want to follow my footsteps, and I just wish him all the luck and all the success in the world. I think if I had to make a comment about other music other than my own, I would make comments about rap music, because I think that rap music is unique, because it has survived so long when everybody expected rap music to die. And as far as all of the other music, I think that it's not really up to me to really make a judgment on it, because it's really up to the people that buy the music. That's one part. And then when he was speaking about my music being unique, I've always I've always tried to find something to give me an edge, and that's when I started messing around with electronics to create the sound of the voice modulator. And what I found is that the more I worked with it, the more people liked the sound. It was almost like it was hypnotic, because I could do things like, well, I can show you what I mean better. Like, so, like with songs like, bounce, bounce, and I could create sounds that sounded hypnotic in a way, and even that I could go so low that it would be incredible, like Tokyo, Tokyo, I don't got to. And so high, like a female screaming. Do you like the sound of Tokyo? I love you.
Great.
What I do is I try to, first of all, instead of using my own voice, I'm using the sounds of a keyboard. And the sound of the keyboard comes through this tube. But then the special part is I try to imitate what a human singer does, like a singer would say, hum, and then I try to create that sound by saying, hum. See what I mean, baby? We go to Paris, France to perform, and we go to Sao Paulo, Brazil to perform. And I'll be producing the next Roger solo album, and I'll be producing Shirley Murdoch's next album. So, you know, in the studio and traveling abroad some more, which has been, you know, it's been an unusual, unexpected pleasure to go to foreign countries, because I had no idea that we were so popular, and I'd like to say, you know, thank you to everybody in Tokyo, well, everybody in all of Japan for supporting Zapp and Roger. This is I think our third time performing here, and it's great. I've made lots of money. See, and it's a dream come true. And I'd like to tell all the young people, if they're listening, to remember that Japan and the U.S. are the same in a lot of ways, and that this is the land of opportunity, and you can be anything you want to be if you remember to stay away from drugs, stay away from alcohol, and just stay in school and listen to your parents, and you can be very successful, just like myself and just like Kente. This is what we'll do. Come on, 1, 2. Come on, put your hands together. That's right. Okay. Mm-hmm. You heard it all on MT Japan. You heard it all on MT Japan. Japan, Japan, Tokyo. I love you, don't you know I love you, MTV Japan. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.